More? Guys, this podcast will be entirely in English, okay? I'm gonna just give a quick message in Portuguese, but the whole interview with Ronnie will be in English, right? Pessoal, acabei de falar aqui que a live vai ser inteiramente em inglês. Tô dando esse recado em português aqui, tá? Avisar vocês dois recados importantes. Primeiro, Gordex, são duas lives que estão rolando, tá? Uma live que tá com título em inglês é a live que vai ser inteiramente em inglês. E vai ter uma outra live acontecendo ao mesmo tempo com tradução simultânea, tá? O link de uma da outra tá na descrição do vídeo, certo? Segundo recado, Gordex, deixa o pessoal aí avisando. Vai ter sorteio hoje, tá, pessoal? Não vamos ler o superchat, mas vai ter sorteio hoje, tá? Primeiro sorteio é um kitzão do Ronnie que o Renan trouxe aqui pra gente. A gente vai falar um pouquinho mais sobre. Esse é o primeiro sorteio. Tem sorteio da Growth, pessoal, que é um vale de R$400 na Growth, pra você gastar com o que você quiser, tá? São R$400 no e-commerce de suplementação com o melhor custo-benefício. Tem kit da Garimpo de Ouro, Gordex, que é uma linha de joia que a gente lançou voltada para o bodybuilding, junto com a Garimpo de Ouro. Vai ter sorteio também de R$400 com eles. 2 kits do Zambrota, que é a forma de manipulação Sindura, e R$350 com eles, e ainda o curso do Twin, certo? Muito sorteio, hein, pessoal?
Coisa boa, hein?
Aproveita aí que geralmente live em inglês, como a gente não lê, tem pouca participação, fácil de ganhar. Certo? Certo, Brasil? Tá pronto?
Certo,
You ready? You ready?
Com certeza.
Guilherme, vamos aproveitar essa brecha em inglês aqui.
Boa.
Primeiramente, Ron, first of all, I have to thank the honor for you being here, the greatest ever. It's hard to put in words what we're feeling right now. Thank you so much, man.
No problem, my pleasure. Glad to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Nice. É bom ele vir um pouquinho mais pra frente?
Pode puxar.
Puxa o microfone pra ele.
Nice. Are comfortable?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Que loucura de semana, hein, Renan? Nossa
Tá maluco.
senhora, velho.
Ó, primeiramente, muito boa noite a todos que estão em casa. É um prazer estar aqui ao lado desses grandes comunicadores que vieram construindo um trabalho muito sólido, né? O Monster Cat se tornou essa referência absurda no podcast do fitness bodybuilding. Então não é só, é um podcast de resenha. Não, eles sabem que é para falar de fisiculturismo. Então isso é muito maravilhoso. E tá aqui ao lado do Ronnie nessa semana maravilhosa. Foi épico, a gente fez história e depois a gente fala sobre isso. É o que eu falei. Eu vou tomar o mínimo do tempo possível aqui junto a vocês, mas representando e fazendo essa... trazendo a imagem que o Ronnie precisa aqui para o Brasil para a marca dele. Quando ele me escolheu para ser o embaixador, eu fiquei absurdamente feliz e foi absurdo tudo que a gente construiu nesse pouco tempo, inclusive esses eventos. E é por isso que eu estou sentado aqui hoje para representar a Ronnie Coleman Signature Series, que é a Ronnie Coleman Suplementos, que chegou no Brasil. E aí eu vou mostrar um pouco para vocês de tudo que rolou e fazer esse sorteio maravilhoso, né?
Legal.
Pô, com certeza.
Pô.
Então posso dar um direcionamento geral?
Por favor, velho.
Tá.
Você tá em casa, cara.
É que antes de tudo, para começar, before we start, we have the Ronnie Coleman pre-workout, right?
Oh, yeah. I always like to do a shot of my, buddy, extreme. Get me going, get me fired up.
Viu? Ele sempre que ele chega em algum lugar, ele quer tomar um pré-treino dele. É sério, A gente fez isso no Podpah, a gente fez isso no Danilo Gentili. No Danilo não deu pra fazer lá na mesa porque é tudo gravado e tal, mas a gente fez no backstage. Então todo lugar, todo evento, a gente senta e toma uma dose do pré-treino. E é muito legal. Não tem como não ser, né? Chega aí, vamos fazer essa bagunça. Hoje vocês vão fazer o podcast mais agitado,
Nossa senhora,
literalmente, da vida de vocês.
Vou infartar de ansiedade,
Gachar
já
com
tô aqui.
350 quilos.
Let's go!
Obrigado.
Então, vamos começar. Nós já temos o Body, que é um pré-treino normal, que tem uma alta qualidade, mas ele veio para o Brasil lançar esse Extreme, que ele é mais poderoso, o sabor é fenomenal, e a galera vai pirar com a qualidade que tem esse produto. Let's go. One scoop.
Yeah, buddy.
Nice. Bora, Dinho.
Qual sabor é esse aí?
Maçã verde.
Maçã verde.
Green apple flavor.
Yeah, one of my favorites.
Yeah. Nice. Vamos fazer um brindezão. Vamos agitar aí, ó. Fazer um brinde. Em homenagem ao King.
Aí sim.
Ah, moleque.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy! Extreme!
Yeah, buddy.
Ó,
Time to
cheers,
get
cheers,
this-
cheers.
cheers, cheers.
Let's go!
Let's do this.
Bravos. Saborzinho.
Bom.
Lightweight, baby.
Yeah, buddy.
Good flavor, hein? Então, assim, esse é o
Really good flavor.
lifestyle do Ronnie. Ele usa todos os suplementos dele. Então, assim, só pra vocês entenderem o quanto ele é engajado com tudo que ele faz na vida, assim como com tudo que ele apresenta de evolução no treinamento dele, ele é assim com a marca, com as coisas, tudo que ele representa. Por isso que ele veio pessoalmente pro Brasil fazer esses lançamentos. Então, a marca dele já está no Brasil, já está em 121 países. Caramba. Então, para quem não sabe, e às vezes, pô, mas cadê a marca dele? Eu achava que era só americana. Não. Já tem 121 países e no Brasil é desde o começo do ano, com a linha completa. King Whey, um whey diferenciado, com uma qualidade absurda, concentrado, isolado. Creatina 100% pura. Creatina mais barata do mercado por dose. A gente tem 0,66 centavos por dose de creatina. 1,50 kg de creatina. E é Body Extreme, que é lançamento. Vitaminas gummies. You love the gummies, right?
I love them.
Melatonina, própolis, vitamina C, mega multivitamínico, que é um ursinho, então é gostosinho de usar. Temos o Lightweight Baby, que é um termogênico. Então é uma linha completa, usando tudo da vida dele. E assim, imagina se ele vai trazer uma marca com o nome dele que não tem a qualidade. Então,
Com certeza.
isso aqui, o sabor, cada dose, tudo que ele fez com excelência, ele é preocupado e ele é crítico com tudo que ele faz. Então, nós temos, primeiro, um presente para vocês dois.
Obrigado.
Então, tragam aqui. A gente fez a Brazilian Tour. E galera, eu já vou embora, hein? Calma, eu só vou acelerar aqui para dar os presentes pra vocês.
Tem casa.
Mas vai
Você
ter
tem
um
casa,
papo
cara.
brabo com ele, tá?
Tá em casa.
Abre aí e mostra pra galera. Essa é a camiseta exclusiva do Brazilian Tour. Ou seja, é do evento que a gente fez pro Ronnie. A gente fez o evento para receber e ter uma interação gigante entre o Ronnie e todos os fãs brasileiros. A gente lotou lá Ironberg. Tinha mais de 600 pessoas lá, ó, simultâneo, né? Só pra ver ele. E ele vai assinar agora aí pra vocês exclusivamente. Tá bom? Can you sign for them, Ronnie?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is the gift. The first gift of the night.
Que honra, hein?
Yeah, buddy.
E mais um presente pro público, além de sortear tudo isso que tá aqui, que é a linha completa, a gente vai disponibilizar um cupom, que é o cupom KING, que dá 15% de desconto. E corre lá, é B2C, é venda pro consumidor final. Então é só acessar o site, ronniecoleman.com.br, usa lá o cupom KING, qualquer produto 15%, recebe na sua casa, tranquilo. Qualquer coisa, sempre a gente tem um suporte imenso. E vocês vão experimentar um suplemento de alta qualidade, representando nossa lenda aqui.
Vai vender em loja também, Renan?
Não, essa é uma dúvida importante.
Direto do...
Somente B2C, ou seja, direto para o consumidor. Ou seja, a gente vai trazer o máximo do benefício, custo-benefício, conteúdo, qualidade na mão do cara. Então, são formas de vender. Tem empresas que gostam de vender para lojas, vender para o consumidor final. Nós decidimos fazer essa operação direto para o consumidor e atender com excelência o Brasil inteiro. Na verdade, até o mundo, porque são 121 países de operação. É um negócio gigantesco. E eu tô muito feliz de fazer parte disso. E viver ao lado desse cara é absurdo. Eu vou contar umas histórias depois pra vocês.
Tá devendo episódio, você sabe.
Não, o Ed falou...
Tá devendo, vai ter que voltar com uma história
tá
nova.
maluco. Agora é o melhor momento, realmente. Foi tudo também por causa da gravidez, a minha neném nasceu, muitas coisas acontecendo, mas tá prometido. Eu vou voltar e contar o que aconteceu nessa semana.
Legal.
Tem muita coisa, vocês nem imaginam.
Tá louco.
Muita coisa.
Tá
E agora mais um presente para vocês começarem o papo. E esse é valioso. Somente 3 pessoas receberam esse presente.
Caramba.
Ó.
Que legal.
Essa é a estátua que vocês têm uma aqui.
A gente tem uma
gigante.
tamanho...
Mas essa é especial porque nós temos o Brazilian Tour.
Edição
Deixando
limitada.
marcado essa presença dele aqui nesse período de 2024. E ele também vai assinar aqui para vocês.
Muito obrigado.
Tá colada? Pode tirar? Ok.
Ó,
Somente o Danilo Gentili ganhou, ao vivo lá no programa dele. Os meninos do Podpah ganharam. E o Cariani ganhou também. Agora vocês são
que honra.
Boa honra, hein?
a quarta pessoa a receber esse presente e assinar. Isso aí tá maluco.
Não, isso aí
Esse
não tem
aqui é
preço.
diferenciado.
Ronnie, I promise you won't see this on eBay, okay?
É.
Okay.
Quer deixar aqui, ó? Já deixa no cantinho
Boa,
aí,
você
vai
fez,
fazer
né?
parte.
Cantinho especial.
Então, ó, Ed, muito obrigado. Super, muito obrigado.
Eu que agradeço.
Pô, tá
Eu
louco.
tô muito feliz, obrigado pelo carinho de todos os seguidores com o Ronnie, com o Monstercast.
Pediram, o pessoal pediu.
Nossa, muita gente.
nem
E
encheu o
aquilo,
saco,
a gente
né?
já tinha combinado. E a galera, não, mas nossa, os caras não. Eu falei,
Erraram, né?
calma.
Pô, calma.
Mal eles sabem que a gente já tava conversando um tempo.
Bem antes dele chegar.
A gente planejou tudo pros fãs. Não é. Tem gente que fala, mas eles fizeram aquilo só por mídia, levaram só no Podpah porque é o maior. Também, porque o Danilo é gigante, o Podpah é gigante, o Renato Cariani é
Vamos
gigante,
mostrar
o
esse
Felipe
pote pra
Franco,
todo
que
mundo,
treinou com a gente, é gigante, são meus irmãos.
Sim, sim.
E vocês são gigantes. Então a gente planejou tudo isso pra fazer da melhor forma pra todos os fãs e pro Ronnie se sentir confortável. Tá bom? Bebezinho, muito obrigado.
eu que agradeço,
Fica
cara,
com
mais uma
Deus.
Obrigado, viu? Tá devendo.
Tamo
vou
junto.
marcar, já vou marcar.
Voltarei
Tá
aí,
devendo, hein?
ok?
Já vou marcar um novo episódio com você?
Pode
não,
marcar.
já vamos-
Marcou,
Beleza.
na próxima semana a gente já solta a
Boa.
agenda, tá bom?
Boa.
Tamo
Combinado.
junto, aproveita
Obrigado,
o
irmão.
cara, é o último compromisso dele. Tira o melhor desse cara, que ele é maravilhoso,
certeza.
ele ama o que ele faz. E let's go.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy! Nice quick, baby!
Oh, yeah.
Posso fazer aqui?
Pode passar, o Gordex só vai ajustar a câmera aqui. Guys, right now the live will start now in English, ok? Lembrando que a live com a tradução simultânea, tá, pessoal? Essa live aqui, a entrevista vai ser inteiramente em inglês. Na descrição tem um link pra live com tradução em português. Fechou? Ronnie, before we start, I have to tell you a quick story because you, in a certain way, you make part of the story of this podcast. Because, you know, now you're seeing a big studio, but we started really humble in a very small room. There were only like 2 curtains and the TV and a white wall behind us. And when we thought about it's too white, this wall. We have to put something here. Who we gonna choose to be the guy being next to us in every single interview? And you know, it was unanimous. Bota a foto aí, Gordex, do estúdio, por favor. I'm gonna show you. We had the big poster of you in the old studio, and I was telling people that we're gonna put it back right now. Yeah, see, you see, this is our last studio. That's the poster right there.
Oh, okay.
And we want to put it back right now with your autograph on it.
Cool.
If you could, please. This is the poster. There were no options beside you to put on our wall.
Lendário leg press. O Nebula.
Who was that right there?
It's Horst. That you saw his physique.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you saw him.
Agora tá completo. Hein?
Agora dá pra pendurar.
Agora...
We've been here for a couple of months only, but now this is gonna be right here. It's going back to where it should be. We're gonna hang it right. Thank you so much. So just to let you know,
This studio right here.
yeah, this is our last studio.
Oh,
It's
that's
where you started.
not this one?
No, this is where you started. It doesn't look like, but it's like a very small room, very very small room. But things got better now. We're more comfortable. Just come back to the mic, please, Ronnie. So Ron, we always liked asking, especially greatest like you, how everything started, right? I know that you got late to bodybuilding, but you got really early into lifting. How that started?
Oh, no. I started when I was, 12 years old. And the reason why I started, because when I was like 10, 11, everywhere I went, you know, I was always stood out, you know, because I was muscular. And a lot of people always ask, you work out? Do you work out? And I would always say no. And then it got to the point where I got tired of just saying no, because I was getting asked a lot. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna start working out just to see how I look, you know, first of all. And second of all, I'm tired of saying no. So I I went to, what did I start? Actually, I started at my house. I had my mom go to Walmart and buy this 110-pound weight set, and I just put them together and just started lifting in the backyard. And then I kind of fell in love with it, you know, probably like maybe a week or so later, you know. And then I started inviting friends over, and then everywhere I went, you know, now, people ask me if I worked out, I can say, yeah. And that went pretty good. And about the next year and a half, I was in junior high. One of the guys that was in high school was over visiting. They're like, man, you pretty big guy. You want to join our powerlifting team when you get to high school? I'm like, yeah, man, I can't wait. So next year, I went to high school and joined the powerlifting team, and I was hooked from there on out.
And you were playing football already at the time?
I was playing football in, you know, junior high, high school, of course, college. But I never stopped working out, you know. The whole time I was in high school, I worked out and did powerlifting. So, you know, we have our season where we do just football by itself. And then after that, we had our powerlifting team. We just did powerlifting, and we would go from, you know, local meets, and then we started going to interstate meets, going to other states and having meets. And I didn't do all that good, but you know, I did okay, and I had a lot of fun. You know, like I said, it was the love of my life, and I just been hooked ever since then. You know, it was like it was a hobby, and it turned into, you know, passion, and and I turned into me just looking forward to doing it every single day. That was the first thing I was looking forward to doing just about every day I got up every morning.
But at that time, you wanted to be a football player? You didn't think about being a bodybuilder, right?
No. Where I'm from, there was nobody doing bodybuilding. Nobody. That was, when I say nobody, there was no interest, you know.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even talked about. We did our powerlifting and football, and I was on the track team, and, you know, some of the intramural stuff, but nobody ever, not even in college, you know, nobody did it. So, you know, I didn't get hooked on bodybuilding until after college. I got my degree in accounting, and then I didn't end up getting drafted out of college. I had talked to some of the scouts that said they were going to be watching me, but I ended up getting injured. So, you know, once you get injured, you know, you don't have that much film on you, and you're not out there where they can see you. So I did do some tryouts, you know, where, you know, we just did the 40 and, you know, a couple of exercises, but nothing became of none of that. So after college, my roommate, who was also the guy I grew up with, he had a job in Dallas. And I was like, I didn't get drafted, but I still got this college degree. You know, I got a good friend of mine who had a job in Dallas. So I'm like, hey, man, mind if I come out and hang with y'all and, you know, try to find me a job? Like, no, come on down. So I ended up going to Dallas with them, and, you know, I tried to get a job in accounting, but it never really worked out. So I had went out and bought this car, and I had a car note coming up. So they gave me 3 months when I bought the car to pay the first payment. Well, the time came to make the first payment, I still didn't have a job. So I'm like, I got to find something. So I took a job at Domino's Pizza.
Domino's, wow.
So I could pay my car note, you know, and then now I'm working at Domino's, but I'm still trying my best to get on, you know, in accounting. So I went on like a ton of interviews, you know, and nobody never hired me. And most of the time I would go in, they was like, yeah, we're looking for somebody with the experience, and, you know, you fresh out of college, so we're going to pass on you. And that was the theme of all those interviews. And I'm like, well, if you give me a job, I can get some experience. But nobody ever hired me. So, you know, this went on for like 2 years. And the whole time I'm still at Domino's, and I'm like, okay, I can't take this no more. It's time for me to change careers because the county thing is not working out. And every time I got the newspaper, they were always hiring for the police department, and I always said, no experience needed.
It fits well, right?
Yeah, I'm like, man, that kind of fit me pretty good. I think I can probably do pretty good on that job. I can use my physical ability just in case I get in trouble, and use my smarts to do my, reports and stuff, because you have to do a ton of reports with the police department. And so I went, applied, and got hired on, and fresh out of the academy, my first day on the job, a buddy of mine was like, hey, man, where you work out at? You're pretty big. I'm like, well, right now I'm working out at the station, but they ain't got enough weights there for me. He's like, well, you need to come to this gym that I train at. I'm like, cool. So the next day I go to gym with him, and the owner saw me come in. He's like, man, you're a pretty big guy. He's like, you compete? I'm like, no, dude, I don't compete. He's like, man, you should compete. You could do pretty good in this bodybuilding thing, because he was doing bodybuilding at the time, and he had won some shows and stuff. He's like, I'm telling you, you can do pretty good at it. I'm like, no, that's okay. I just hired on the police department, and I heard about those bodybuilders. They have to take these drugs, and they have to go on these diets. And no way I can do either two of those things, because I work at Domino's. All I ate was pizza every day, pizza and hamburgers and fried chicken and tacos. Because, I used to trade with other people that was in the
other restaurants,
food court. That was a food court, they had all kind of stuff there.
But Ron, at that time, you knew something about bodybuilding? Like,
I didn't know anything.
Nothing.
I had never even
nothing.
watched one. I hadn't even looked in a magazine or nothing. So I didn't know anything at all. So that's when that's why when Brian approached me, I was like, no, thank you. I'm not even interested. Not even a little bit. So it went on for maybe about 4 or 5 days. And every day I would come in the gym, he was like, man, I'm telling you, you need to do this. And every day no, dude, I told you yesterday, I'm not interested. And he's like, I'm telling you, you could be world champion. You could be Mr. Olympia. And I'm like, what's that? He's like, that's the best bodybuilder in the world. I'm like, no, dude, ain't no way I can do that. Well, about that, like I said, about the 4th day, he came to me. He's like, man, I tell you what. He's like, I'll give you a free membership to the gym if you compete in this show coming up in 3 months. He's like, I teach you how to diet. I teach you how to, train as a bodybuilder. I teach you how to pose. I teach you everything you need to know. I'm like, dude, you should have led with that. Free, because I am kind of struggling, with all these bills I got to pay. But I'll do it for free, for a free membership. And that's how I kind of got into it. My first show I went to, I ended up winning first and overall. And second show, same thing. The first 4 or 5 shows, I won them all.
So what motivated you to start bodybuilding was just not pay a gym membership.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing that would have got me doing it. Free membership to the gym, because, like I said, I was kind of struggling because I worked at Domino's all those years, and I got behind on a lot of bills, and I just couldn't take on another one, And then when he said free membership, I'm like, oh yeah, I could get back into, because. Even when I was working with Domino's, I would be training at another gym that really didn't charge me. They always let me come in free. And a lot of times I would use these trial membership cards just to work out places, knowing that I can't afford no membership. So when Brian said free, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll do this for a free membership. And like I said, if all the shows I entered in, I won first and overall. And that same year, they had the Nationals, which is one of the biggest shows in the world, actually, for amateurs. Yeah. And I went to that show, and I placed 3rd my first year. Wow. And that wasn't good enough to turn pro, because you had to win to turn pro. But the next year, I went back to the national, and I placed fourth. But they had the universe team. Only thing that they would take to a show that was held. It was called the IFB World Championship, but it used to be called Mr. Universe. But there was so many of those that they changed the title to World Championship. But the only thing about that is they took one guy from each class. So in my class, see, that year Kevin LeBron won first, and they took all the first place guys to the World Championships, but Kevin didn't show up to take the drug test. Because you had to pass a drug test. You had to be drug-free to go there.
But completely drug-free or diuretics?
Completely.
Wow.
Completely. Like steroid, they test for everything. I mean, the list was 2 pages long.
Wow.
They gave everybody a list.
So only natural bodybuilders could go.
Only natural bodybuilders could go.
I think that eliminates a couple of options.
Yeah,
right?
that eliminated the first, second, third. And
you were natural at the time, right?
Yeah, I was natural.
What year was this? Like 95?
91.
91?
Yeah.
Way back. Wow.
Yeah. And
91.
I went to that show and won. That's how I turned pro.
So you won the at the time called Universe?
Yeah, it's the Mr. Universe. Is they called it the Team Universe because it was the one guy from each class. Like they took two. That year it was held in Poland, Katowice, Poland. And they took one guy from each class over there. I think I won my class, and I think the bantamweight guy won his class. And we the only two that turned pro.
You were already like super heavyweight at the time.
Well, they didn't have super heavyweight. They just had heavyweight.
Heavyweight, right.
They added super heavyweight, I think, about 3 or 4 years later, to the nationals. And that's all they had also at that show too, and the only thing about that show was if you won your class, you qualified for the Mr. Olympia. So by me winning that show, I qualified for the Olympia, which was next year. And of course I went to the Mr. Olympia in 1992.
92.
And
Olympia 92, Ronnie Coleman.
Quantos anos ele tinha nesse primeiro Olímpia?
What age were you in 92?
I think I was 26.
26?
Wow. Yeah.
Muito novo, né?
Young, yeah. For an open bodybuilder was pretty young. Pretty young.
Yeah. So I went in my first Mr. Olympia in 92.
Still natural?
Still natural.
Wow.
Yeah.
O vídeo que eu te mandei acho que é de 92. Não, abre aí, por favor. We have a video of yours. I believe it's your best natural physique yet. This one right here?
Yep. That's it. I know what show that is. This is actually my second show.
Second show.
Yeah, this was April the 14th, 1990. My second time ever competing. And like I said, I won all these shows. And this is all
it's
stuff
insane because
Brian taught me.
Your natural physique could beat like a couple of pro classic physiques nowadays, right?
Yeah.
That's insane. I know many people won't believe that you were natural here.
Nobody believes it.
I don't believe it.
He doesn't believe. But I tell people something. If there's one guy that could be that good natural, that's guy's Ronnie Coleman.
Yes.
If there's one guy on earth that could be that good natural, is this guy right here.
As a matter of fact, before I went over to the universe, they tested us, drug tested us. And the night before the show, I was in bed, and it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. They drug me out of bed and tested me again. But, I come to find out that they only tested a few guys, because what they did was they brought everybody into a gymnasium. We all had to take off our clothes and strip down and get weighed in, and they just picked the guys that looked like they were on drugs. Mm-hmm. And I was one of the guys that they picked.
I believe so.
Yeah. And I had to go and take a drug test at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, and for those that say that it's not true, we talk about this all the time. Like the best way to see if the guy's natural is when he starts using PDs, he doubles, triples his size. And is it what happened with you, right?
Yep.
How many? What was your maximum weight as a natural?
I think that was 230. I think
230.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
It's something. 230, 115, uns 113, 112 quilos. And you're
Like
110,
por aí,
somewhere in there.
110, 114. And your heaviest with PDs ever, your heaviest ever?
330.
340?
100 pounds more.
Máximo dele.
Peso corporal.
Sim.
Deixa eu fazer. De cabeça é difícil de fazer. 150 quilos? 150 kilos. Wow. Yeah, it's like you gained 40 kilos of pure muscle. I can believe that.
Yeah.
I can believe that. Wow.
40 quilos de diferença.
40 kilos, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Aí, pra quem duvida, né? Faz sentido, né?
Ciclinho de 40
Meu
quilos.
Deus do céu. And Ron, when you decided to go on PDs, because I believe you turned professional and the level was a little bit different, right?
Yeah.
You tried
Kinda
competing
got-
natural as a pro also, right?
Yeah. I even did the Olympia like a couple times. Totally natural. Yeah. 92 and 94, I think it was.
You were still natural. Vê se acha aí, Lex. Olímpia 92.
Até 94 natural?
Ou 94 pode ser também. We see if we could pull an image, but you didn't get good
I
places.
didn't even get a call out.
The first one you were last. That's true.
I was dead last.
Last.
Dead last.
Wow.
I didn't get, like I said, I didn't even get a call out. I just stood there and watched the whole show. They never even acknowledged me. Like I wasn't even there.
That's crazy. That's good. Oh, wow, that's crazy.
So, that's proof right there.
Yeah. I mean,
They didn't even see me up there. I was so natural.
Ron, your Olympia history, you got the first one you got last, the second in 92, right?
Yeah.
And then 94 you got
Man, I want to
11th, the 12th,
15.
15?
Yeah, 15. Yeah.
The other one you didn't win, and the other one you did like 4 or 5 till you win, right? It was last 15.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
That was 94.
94.
And
15,
then 95, I think I was 11.
11.
Yeah. In 96, I was 7th.
No.
97, I went down. Ninth, went back down to 9th. And I thought about quitting. And I like, no.
So you went from
I got a free membership to the gym. I can't quit.
I can't quit. So you went from 9th place in 97 to winning your first show in 98.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, let's show your physique in 94. You're less.
Yeah. I
less-
was completely natural here too. Nobody ain't gonna believe that though.
Aqui já tava mais embaçado, hein? Nossa, aqui, here I don't think I believe too much right now, Fern. I'm sorry. This is too big, man.
Completely natural right there.
Wow, impressive.
Yeah, sure was.
Estava dando as coisas pra ele, não sabia que estava tomando.
Yeah.
That's insane, man. And it's crazy.
Well,
The
the
conditioning was there, right?
Yes.
yeah.
I mean, the quality is not that good, but it's crazy to believe that this physique was like a less position physique. Because back in the days, it was other level, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like
that
I said, you
that
could
was
still be-
that's last place right
Like
there.
I said, you can still be a good classic physique, like maybe a winner. I don't know. Wow.
Yeah, that was last place.
Wow.
15th.
Crazy.
I think I was probably like
Os cortes da...
And when... And,
230 right there.
and Ron, when everything changed, when you met Chad?
No. Yeah. Everything
Yeah.
changed when I met Chad.
But you
He changed everything I did.
yeah, but you started
Everything.
PDs before him, right?
Huh?
You started using the PDs before
Oh
Chad.
yeah, way before him.
You started what
Like
year?
95.
95?
Yeah, somewhere in there.
But who oriented you what to do?
Flex.
Flex? Well,
I went
at least you went after somebody that
Yeah,
knew
I went
something,
to
right?
Flex because he had just won the. I think he had won the Arnold Classic. Like, this guy got to know what he's doing.
Yeah, for sure he did, right? He knows something I don't know, right?
Yeah. And he's like, man, yeah. if you want to hang with the big boys, this is what you got to do. Because I was getting like I said, 15th and 10th, 11th, 14th. I was doing pretty bad in the shows.
But still, you didn't put a winning physique after you starting, right? But it changed a lot, I believe.
Yeah, it changed a little bit.
A little bit? No, come on.
Well, I was
twice
still,
your size,
like I
man.
said, I was still like, what, 11th and 7th, 9th. And then I met Chad in 9th to 1st.
Everything changed, right?
Everything changed.
The best coach.
And
everything changed. He changed everything I was doing.
And who sent you to Chad was Flex himself?
Yeah. Flex.
He was his athlete also, right?
Yeah. He was training Flex and NASA and Paul. He had a bunch of guys.
Also,
he had
right?
Chris. Yeah, he had a bunch of guys in there.
Todo o line-up era do Chad.
Yeah, the whole line. There are some shows that the first lineup is
the
all
whole
Chad Nichols
the first
athletes.
top 5.
Yeah, top 5.
It was all Chad.
It's impressive. And how was the protocol change with Chad?
Everything changed. Everything.
Like doubled?
Everything, doubled. Like food doubled, cardio doubled, everything. Everything that I was taking doubled, and that's when I won.
Yeah. Let's bota 98, por favor, o primeiro show dele que ele ganhou. How, your weight in 97 and 98, how much did it change from going from
in
9th to first position?
It changed like maybe 10 pounds.
Wow, not that much.
Not that much, no.
Wow.
Foi muito difícil para ele cumprir o que o Chad passou.
It was hard to you to follow Chad's protocol at first?
It was hard. I mean, extremely hard. Because I had to eat so much food and I wasn't used to it. And I was eating like 10 ounces of food and he wanted me to eat 16.
And Ron, what was the feeling? Because Flex was like your idol, a guy that you admired, and you took like probably the best chance ever he had of winning the Olympia.
Yeah. Well, I pretty much trusted Flex because, me and him would always be cool. So anything, since he was the first guy that, give me a good routine to follow, I was like, if he gave me a good routine to follow, he know what he's talking about with this Chad guy too.
Yeah.
So I went to Chad and did everything he told me to do.
At the time, Nasser was with Chad also at this time?
Nasser was with Chad too, yeah.
Galera, os três aqui do Chad, hein? Tá ruim?
O Chad já via potencial nele para ganhar nesse ano?
Chad thought you would win already this year?
Oh, no. Flex was going to win this year.
Yeah.
Everybody had Flex winning.
Foi uma surpresa até pro Chad.
Everybody.
For Chad was a surprise also, right?
Oh, yeah. For me, yeah, it was a surprise for me. He didn't...
Who would imagine the 9th place winning the next year?
Exactly.
It's crazy, man.
It never happened.
I don't think it never happened.
It never happened before.
Not even in other divisions.
Nope, never happened before.
Wow, that's
not even today. most of the guys that get there got like second or third the year before.
Yeah, you probably see they coming up, right? They
Exactly.
go 10, 7, 6, 4.
Nobody go from the bottom to the top.
Wow, that's impressive. That's insane.
I went from the bottom to the top.
Quando vira de costas não tem.
He said when
I didn't even think I was going to win. I didn't even think I was going to make the top 5.
Stop, Ronnie.
No,
really?
Because the night before I was completely smooth for this show. And I was like, okay, I've messed it up. I called Chad and told him, hey, man, I done screwed everything up. I ain't got no cuts nowhere. They all gone. He's like, no, it's supposed to be like that. I'm like, okay. And I never looked in the mirror no more after that. After I saw how bad I looked, I didn't look in the mirror until like the next day. So I never knew I looked like this when I was up on stage. I thought I was still kind of smooth,
You didn't look because you didn't want to get worried.
And I didn't get called out till like the 4th call out. I wasn't in like the first call out. I was like 4th or 5th, somewhere in there. So I'm like, okay, yeah. I done screwed everything up.
Foi engano da
And Ron,
arbitragem.
at this time, you were still a police officer?
Yeah. I still worked full time until 2001. So I worked full time for the
98,
first
99? You got
3.
like 4 Olympias still working as police officer.
Yeah, yeah. Still work full time because it was easy. It was easy for me to do it because I had a routine. The thing I did was wherever I lived, that's where I worked. So when it came time for me to eat, I would go home and eat because I worked where I lived. I worked
Close.
the same area. No, I worked the same area where I lived at.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were patrolling around where you lived, right?
Yeah, I patrolled the area that I lived in. That was the area that I worked in. And that's how I made it work, you know. So
What was
everything was done from home.
What was your routine like? How many hours you were like?
We
in
worked
patrol?
8-hour and 10-hour shifts.
8 and 10.
Yeah, we
that's a lot.
worked from. Mine was always 3 to 11, 2 to midnight. So you know that was enough time for me to go to the gym, get a workout in, and do an hour cardio in the morning, and also after work, I would also do another hour cardio after work every
So
night.
you did two cardios and 1 hour workout every day, and still working for like 8 to 10
I did an
hours.
hour before work and an hour after work,
Wow.
and a workout
Your workout was between
before work.
before.
Yeah, the first thing I did when I got up was did an hour cardio.
You didn't sleep
Then I
that
would
much,
eat,
right?
huh?
You couldn't sleep that much.
6 hours a night.
6. Wow.
Yeah.
It's
That's
not,
all
It's not that
Okay.
much.
Yeah, that's all I slept. Never slept more than that. Never.
And what was your routine like being an officer? Like, what time did you get up? What time did you train?
I would get up at 11 o'clock in the morning and do my first hour cardio. And then I would eat about noon, you know, when I got off, you know, cardio. And then about another hour later, I would go to the gym, about 1. And I would work out from like 1 to 2. You know, I don't, it don't take no longer than an hour for me, you
Nossa,
know.
no calor máximo do
workout.
dia, né?
Yeah. You
Never worked out long, huh?
He said you were working out at the hottest hour of the day, right?
Yeah, the hottest hour of the day. When I worked out in the gym, nobody was in there.
Yeah. And I mean, it wasn't it's not that it had like air conditioning or
No,
something.
no. So it was pretty easy for me to get a workout in. You know, nobody was on the machine.
Of course.
Já sempre na Metroflex.
Always on Metroflex. at
Always
that
in
time?
Metroflex, yeah. It was like I said, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, heat of the day. And like I said, I was in there by myself most of the time.
And you every day took your meals to work?
Took my meals to work, yeah.
Volta na tela pra galera.
Yeah, I would eat before I went on duty. So this is me after the gym and, you know, after me getting dressed and showering and everything.
Wow.
So I would eat, then work my shift, and then we get 45-minute break for lunch also while we at work.
Wow.
So for my 45 minutes lunch, I would go home and heat up food, and it only took me 10 minutes to eat, you know.
Yeah.
Took me, 5 minutes to warm it up, 3 minutes to warm it up, and 10 minutes to eat, and I'm done.
You weren't eating that much, so at that time you were eating a
I
lot?
was eating like a pound of chicken.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, that was a lot. Yeah, it was a lot.
No, those uniforms were tailor-made, right?
Tailor-made.
There was no uniform this size.
Yeah, everything
Come
was
on.
tailor-made. The vest, the uniform. Actually, I had to go to like a couple people to get the vest done because the city
Oh my God.
didn't have a good tailor for that. So I had to go to another company.
Quando ele abordava bandido.
Yeah. Do you have any funny story about you being an officer and you just pulling up to arrest somebody or something?
Yeah, anywhere I pulled up to arrest somebody or something, it was immediately order restored.
You didn't have to use force. Just
no force
just
at
your
all.
presence. Right?
All I had to do was show up.
I believe so.
I was waiting for the day that didn't happen, and it never happened. Never.
I saw you saying like, man, I used to pray that I had
I
some
used
heat.
to pray like, oh man, this got to be the day I meet a fool. Ain't nobody that crazy. And it never happened. So I would just go to other guys. Other guys that got into fights. I would go to their fights. And fight.
you had to use your partners to to start a fight, right? Nobody was start a fight with you.
Fight. Yeah, exactly. Nobody would start a fight with me, so I would go to their fight.
And Ron, you said you were competing like for 4 Olympias and still being an officer. Was that something you choose to do, or like you needed the money?
No, I just love going to work every day.
Wow.
Yeah, I love going to work as much as I love going to the gym. That's how.
But you never thought like, wow, if I dedicated my life to competing, I could be, you know.
No, because I was already really winning, you know.
Yeah. It makes sense. It makes sense. I mean, it's not that you needed more, right?
No. I just love going to work every day. I didn't need to work. I only made like $45,000 a year from just doing work in the police department, where I made millions doing bodybuilding.
Wow. So you were patrolling for love?
Yeah. Just for fun, just for the fun of it.
Fun of it.
Yeah.
Fun.
I look forward to going to work every day.
People trying to kill you.
Yeah.
And you're trying to save people's lives.
Yeah, I had a gun too, though.
I mean, it's hard to kill you, by the way, right?
Exactly. I had 3 guns, 3 or 4.
But in Texas, everybody is like pretty armed, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Everybody's pretty armed.
Yeah.
So are we, though.
Yeah. But I think it's less incidents there because you never know, right?
You never know
Who's beside you.
you.
That's crazy. And when did you? What was the point where you said, "No, I'm leaving the police station. I'm dedicating to bodybuilding right now"?
Oh, when they told me that I was taking off too much and everybody else couldn't take off, and it was time for me to go.
Because you took off to the last weeks, right?
I took off to get ready for the Olympia. Yeah, and everybody started complaining that they couldn't take off because I was taking off. I'm like,
oh, come on, you should say, "Win Olympia, and you're even."
Exactly.
Come on.
So that's when I quit. You know. And then I got so busy that I couldn't even show up for work. Because I was, you know, all over the world touring. I can imagine. So, because that was, you know, bigger money.
For sure. And you stayed training in match reflex your whole career,
the whole
right?
time. Still to the day. To this day, I still go 6 days a week. Been training all my life there.
Wow.
And still having as much fun back then I do now. So I still look forward to going to gym every day. and kind of look forward to going to work, but they won't let me.
If you could, you would go back to the police station?
I would still be there.
Wow.
Yeah, I would still be there today.
It's hard to find somebody that loves something so much as you love bodybuilding and the police.
They say once you find something that you got passion for, you never work a day in your life. And I worked there for like almost 2 years and didn't get paid because it was called a reserve. Yeah, because when they told me that I had to quit because I couldn't show up that much, so as a reserve, you don't have to work maybe like once or twice a week. So I would go in like once or twice a week for free, you know, and just work an 8-hour shift, just, you know, for the fun of it.
Just for fun. Wow, that's crazy, man.
And I finally got too busy for that because you have to have a certain number of hours a month to be able to do it. And I couldn't do a certain number of hours a month because I was always gone.
Wow.
Making all these appearances everywhere, you know, all over the world. So I had to give that up.
It's crazy, Ron, because we hear from athletes saying like, "Oh, I'm not good because I don't have time to dedicate my life to bodybuilding." And you were already a champion. I'm working for free, man. Wow.
Yeah, I'm looking to get away from bodybuilding because I want to think about something else besides that.
Yeah, makes sense.
So, you know, it gave me it was a great escape for me. Them 8 hours I was there, you know, I'm thinking about trying to save my life and trying to save other people's lives and help other people out and not thinking about bodybuilding. So it was a great escape for me. That's probably why I look forward to doing it.
And apart from the police
Most
station, we know a lot about Ronnie as a bodybuilder, but what were your hobbies? What you used to do apart from bodybuilding in your lifestyle?
I would go.
You're a football fan,
Yeah,
right?
well, I'm a football fan, and I went to a lot of games and stuff. And I'm a basketball fan too. I go to a lot of games in that too. And then, like I say, where I grew up, we used to go fishing a lot. So I still try to do that also. And other time, I got to hang out with the family.
Yeah, for sure. But everything was sport related, right?
Yeah, most of the stuff that I enjoyed doing was sport related. Most of the sports that I keep up with just about everything, a little bit of everything. Besides football, basketball, tennis, track, field.
Oh, you watch everything.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Formula One, I keep doing a little everything. NASCAR,
Nice. And back
golf.
and back on your Olympia run, Ron, what was the most difficult Olympia you won?
01.
01?
Yeah, because I tried to do the Arnold Classic that
same
year. Body only peaks once a year.
Foi muito contestado esse ano, né? Por causa disso.
It was really contested, right?
Yeah. What happened was, I didn't know at the time. When I went to Arnold Classic, I kind of peaked and had one of the best showings ever there. And then it came time for me to do the Olympia, and I couldn't get in shape for some reason or another, no matter what I did.
Ele se sentiu ofendido por terem
And I struggled that whole time.
colocado o Jay do lado dele, assim, comparado, questionado a vitória dele?
You like were offended somehow that people like contested your title with Jay, like putting Jay beside you?
No. What happened was on the morning of the show, I was so exhausted and tired from doing the Arnold Classic and all that other stuff I had to do that I couldn't even get out of bed. I was on my way to the hospital.
Oh.
And Chad talked me out of it and told me to just drink drink some water and I should be okay. So I grabbed a gallon of water and drank the whole thing. And then I had to go on stage, so I'm holding water, You
were feeling like dehydrated.
I was dehydrated,
Wow.
totally. And to me, it felt like I was dying when you dehydrated. And I'm like, forget this Olympia, I ain't trying to die over this.
Yeah, you're right.
And I was on my way to the hospital, and I called him and said, "Hey, dude, I'm going to the hospital. I ain't going to Olympia today. I can barely get out of bed."
Wow.
And he's like, "No, man, you don't work too hard for that. You did too much. You went through too much for this show." I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, just grab some water and drink it. You'll feel a little bit better. So that's what I did. Except feel like I said, it was a gallon of water.
Wow. And you still went
and
and
I
won the
felt
show.
a whole lot better after I drank the water. A whole lot better. I was kind of like almost back to normal.
That's why you competed, right?
Yeah.
You were feeling pretty good.
I was feeling pretty good. I like to say, I was kind of like back to normal.
You think this gallon of water changed your physique a little bit?
Oh yeah.
Sure.
It changed it a whole lot. I went from being dry to holding water.
Quando ele virava de costas, não tinha pra ninguém.
Yeah, he said when double biceps from the back, it was game over.
Yeah.
Back double biceps
Well,
was
see,
over.
after the prejudging, I did go back to the room and we got most of that water off me.
To the finals.
To the finals, because this is the prejudging. The finals is probably like 6 hours later, 7 hours later. So I had a lot of time to go back and get most of it off, to the point where I was in second place for the morning, and by the time I went back to the night show, I was able to regain the first place.
Wow.
But had it not been a night show, I'd have got second that year.
And when you decided to retire, like when you said like this is it, I can't do this anymore.
When I got second.
in 26,
Yeah.
2006.
When I was 7, because I did try to go back and see if I could, get it back. And when I couldn't, I was like, okay, this is it.
But what happened to you? Were the injuries were bothering you already?
Yeah, I had back injury, and it was just to the point where I had to go have surgery after the show.
You couldn't train the same way, right?
No. I couldn't train the same way that whole year, because of that injury. So not only that, me getting second, but also the injury too. And I really didn't injure anything. It just seemed like everything from all the years I've worked out caught up with me. Because I hurt my back playing football, and then I hurt it in the gym once, and it just like all of a sudden at one time it just came on, got to the point where I had this herniated disc that was giving me so much pain I had to have it fixed. And it's kind of like with Dorian,
Yeah.
He had that tricep, that gave out on him, and he couldn't compete anymore.
Yeah.
So with me, it was my back that kind of like gave out on me, and I couldn't compete anymore.
Yeah.
Also.
All right. I'm sure you were asked this question a couple of times, but many people like relate your injuries with the way you used to train. Do you think like part of the injury is how you were training, or you probably would have this injury if you trained?
Whether it happened, either way.
Either way, right?
Yeah, I don't attribute it to the training. It's just a multitude of things, Me trying to be this athlete, like I said, I played football.
Yeah.
That's when I first heard it, It wasn't from training, Most people going to say it was that because, they see me in the gym lifting a lot, but I never really got injured that bad from lifting.
If it was only for the weights, every power lifter would have
Exactly
similar injuries, and not the case.
Yeah, the world's strongest man, it probably wouldn't be a show.
But in this sense, around the way you train, if you could go back in time, would you do something like different or change your style?
I'd probably train heavier.
It's possible?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
Remember that 2,300-pound leg press?
Yeah, for sure.
That was right after the 800-pound squat.
Squat, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I'll probably train heavier.
You said you could have did a couple more reps, right?
Oh, for sure. I could have did another 4 or 5 reps with 800 easily.
Ele tinha noção que quando ele gravou aqueles vídeos de treino, ele faria história com os vídeos mais assistidos da história de treinamento?
You ever thought when you were recording those videos that would be like a historic moment for bodybuilding?
No, I was just doing that have something to show the grandkids.
Normal, dia normal.
It's a normal day, right? Just a normal day being recorded.
Exactly, normal day, yeah.
Were there any personal records that you made that were not recorded?
No, everything was recorded.
Everything?
Yeah, yeah, everything was recorded. I guess because, I made it a priority to do those things on that day. And and like I said, for the most part, I'm just doing it just to show other people, my kids, what I've gone through, and grandkids.
Yeah, for sure. It's everything registered.
And me too.
What was going through your mind, Ron? What were you thinking? Like
I was thinking, okay, I've deadlifted 800 for 2, and so I got to be able to squat it for 2, because in powerlifting, wherever I deadlifted, I also squatted. So here I'm thinking, okay, I've already deadlifted 800 for 2, so. Of course, I can squat it for 2, not thinking I can squat it for 6. But also, when I deadlifted 800, I was 5 weeks out from the Olympia, so I only weighed about
insane, man.
285.
Wow.
Right here, I'm about 320, somewhere in there. So I was a whole lot heavier here, and this was like months out from the Olympia, like 4 or 5 months out. See how easy that was. Probably could have done that.
Yeah, it looked like you could do a couple more, right?
Yeah.
Fez fácil.
Yeah, it was easy.
And that's the first thing I said when I put it up. But I wasn't about to try it again. I'd just go to somewhere, next exercise,
Wow.
and put a lot of weight on it and do it for more reps. That's why I did 9 on with the 2300.
That's insane. Ron, you think that if you dedicate yourself to powerlifting as you did for bodybuilding,
I could have did pretty good in powerlifting too.
I believe so.
Yeah.
We asked a powerlifter, a world champion here, and he said we had to see, but probably he would go very far as a powerlifter also.
Yeah, I was pretty strong at most of the lifts, you know. I had benched 500 for some reps too. It's on video also.
Wow. And we were seeing the shows in the 90s. And one thing we discuss a lot here also is the difference between today's eras and your guys' eras, right?
Yeah.
Because nowadays, listen, we have like better PDs, we have better supplements, we have more access to information, better machines.
Yeah.
Why do bodybuilders don't look like the 90s and the early 2000s athletes?
Because they don't have to. They got other ways of making money. Like social media. We didn't have nothing like that when I was competing. We had to compete to make money. Yes. So you got to go in there with all you got. Because everybody is, you know, going for the title, trying to make money to survive on. Whereas, now, like I said, nowadays they don't have to do that. They got social media where they can make a lot of money.
But where you think is the main differences on the training, the dieting?
Yeah, everything.
Everything?
Everything, yeah. Training, dieting, everything. Whatever you have to do, you know. These guys just, they not as hungry as we were. Like I said, they got other ways of making money. Mm-hmm. This is all we had, you know. We didn't have no social media or nothing like that.
And you guys used to compete way more, right?
Oh, yeah. I used to do, what, 10, 12 shows a year.
Wow. 12
I
shows a year?
I did 7 shows in 11 days.
Wow.
1 year. And that was after I had already done the Olympia and some other spring shows, like, you know, Canada. They have shows everywhere, you know, in the U.S., everywhere.
A gente fala que o melhor campeonato de todos os tempos é o...
The best show we ever seen is the Grand Prix 98, né?
Não, 99, acho que...
99, 97, 98. That was like
British.
You... Kevin,
that
Milos,
was 99, I think.
99,
yeah,
probably,
that was,
yeah. Like some Grand Prix.
Yeah, that was English,
yeah.
Grand Prix.
Yeah, English Grand Prix.
Yeah, that was the most insane lineups ever.
Because those shows was right after the Olympia. Everybody's still in shape.
It's insane. Because Ron, we say that like probably the top 6 could be like a couple of Mr. Olympias right now, right?
Yeah.
It's insane. The level was so high.
Yeah.
So high.
Até o Dexter no começo de carreira.
Oi?
Até o Dexter no começo de carreira.
Yeah, Dexter was there also, right? In the beginning of his career.
Yep, sure was.
Wow, that's insane. And PD wise, were you guys doing different stuff that people nowadays were doing? Do you know what guys are doing right now? Do you know?
I have no clue.
You don't keep up with any athlete. They don't come like, Ron, is this good?
No. I don't even know what's out there no more. To be honest with you, so you know, I don't need to.
At your time, what were most people doing? Like,
everybody's probably doing pretty much the same thing, you know.
But like
just the basics, yeah.
But probably everybody in the same amount, like.
Because we all use the same guy.
Oh, that makes sense. Man, that makes sense.
We all use the same guy.
You know that, right? Because people look at your size and think you should do like crazy amount of drugs. But what we say is that if you had proportion wise, if you had to use more than everybody was using to be that bigger,
Exactly.
you wouldn't be here, right?
Exactly.
Because you have your injuries, but you're a very healthy guy, right?
Yep, exactly.
You're a
Very
very
healthy,
guy.
yeah. Because you got to take care of your heart, got to take care of your liver, kidneys, everything. And all of that is healthy for me, you know, because I do a lot of stem cells treatments now. In order to do stem cells, you got to be in good condition, or else they won't let you do them. And every time I go in, they do full blood tests and everything. They wouldn't even do my wife because she had some problem with her knees or something. She had to get checked out, and she couldn't get them until she got that checked out. So you got to be completely healthy in order to do stem cells. And I do them probably like 3 times a year. So I have to go in and have full blood work done on me 3 times a year, and it has to be, you know, good enough to do stem cells. So everything has to be in order, you know, in range.
You don't have like any heart issues, like
no
liver.
Heart issues, no liver, no kidney. Everything is in range of what it's supposed to be, you know.
I think this is
cholesterol, all that stuff.
It just shows that you were never like an abuser or nothing
like that. Never. Like I said, we all did the same thing. Used the
but
same
give us
guy.
something, Ron. Come give us something. What was your favorite stuff? Like what was your favorite?
I mean,
what worked for you? What worked for you?
I mean, everybody, as far as I know, everybody took, you know, like Winstrol and tests, and Nanthate,
D-ball,
Cypionate, D-ball, you know, what they had out there. Everybody took the same thing.
Everybody was like
using the same guy.
5 things, same guys.
Yeah, same guy.
Almost the same coach, right? Because Cheddar had almost everybody there.
Because, you know, if I was taking more than that guy, all the that guy got to do is take more than what I'm taking.
And the show would be who takes more. And
exactly. The show would be about who takes the most.
A mesma receita para todos.
It's the same thing for everybody.
So it's the same thing for everybody.
We talk very openly about this on our podcast, Ronnie, and we say, guys, there's no magic. Like everybody takes almost the same stuff, almost in the same amount. Like it's not the factor.
It's a lot of genetics and hard work.
Yeah, especially your case. You had both, right?
A lot of hard work.
You had a lot of both, right?
Yeah,
you had a lot of genetic and a lot of hard work.
A lot of genetics and a lot of hard work is what worked.
Wow.
Com quem ele já se impressionou treinando assim? Esse cara aguenta treinar comigo.
Who was the guy you trained with, like that you got impressed, like that
I was trained by myself.
To keep up with you.
I was trained by myself. I never trained with any other guys. When I first started, of course, I was with Brian, you know, and some other guys. But after that, you know, it was just me by myself when I got to the next level.
And size-wise, Ronnie, I mean, I believe it was hard to impress you. Somebody was hard to impress you. But
exactly.
Was there any guy that you looked and wow, this guy is keeping up with me?
No,
never. Like not even like Range.
No,
like Nasser.
No.
Nothing that impressed you. Come on, huh? He's Ronnie Coleman. Come on. What's gonna impress Ronnie Coleman? Come on. No, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Nenhum atualmente.
And nowadays, is there any athlete that you look and say, look, this is a good guy. He's coming.
No.
Well, if Nasser, if Kevin, if those guys are not impressed, nobody will.
Exactly.
Nowadays, come on. Nowadays will be hard to impress. Wow.
Yeah, real hard. What they got up there
people
now.
are asking, not even Marcus who, size-wise?
Mark who?
Marcus who? Marcus
Rule?
Yeah. He was a big guy.
He was a big guy, but I never really saw him train though.
Yeah, but I like in person, his size, not impressed. Not that much.
Not a whole lot.
I love it.
Not a whole lot.
I love it. And Ronnie, just so we can wrap it up, ask about your diet, because people see your videos like with the barbecue,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And the sauces.
Yeah.
People think you actually always were like in a dirty diet. How clean was your diet for prep, and how clean it was for your off season?
Yeah, what you saw me doing for, pre-contest is what I did all the time. And off season was pretty much the same, except if you watch some of the tape, you'd see me go to the like Outback and what I ordered there, and you see me go like this Black Eyed Pea, what I ordered there. That was my off season. Those restaurants is where I eat.
So you ate the basic stuff and plus some restaurant food.
Yeah, exactly. So not a whole lot of difference.
How was your heaviest meal day during an off season? How many
Off season, I
calories?
ate 5 meals a day.
5 meals.
And pre-contest 6. But the only way I could eat 6 is I had to get up in the middle of the night because there's no way you can get 6 meals in a day if you sleeping through the night. So I'd have to wake up in the middle of the night, eat, and go back to bed to get 6 in.
Wow.
And that's what I did, every pre-contest. So I would sleep 3 hours, wake up, eat, and sleep another 3 hours.
Wow.
And that was it.
And what were you eating? Like rice, chicken?
When I woke
steak?
up?
No, your day.
It was the same, right? Chicken and rice, steak and potato,
Some barbecue.
a little barbecue sauce, a little ketchup.
Yeah.
But I didn't have a whole lot of carbs either, so it was just a little bit of rice, little bit of potato, and that was it. I had like 2 meals with carbs in them, like the first 2, and then the rest was just all protein. And that was a real hard diet too.
Do you know how many calories you used to go for on off season?
I was just taking in 600 grams of protein and 125 grams of carbs.
5 times a day.
6 times a day.
6 times in off season?
In off season, I didn't count anything. I just ate
ate
whatever I wanted to eat. Yeah.
I think that's the secret right there, right?
Yeah.
That's how you do it, right?
Yeah.
That's
I
how you do it.
only counted carbs and protein for pre-contest only.
And when you ended the show, like you ended up at Olympia, you went completely off everything, right?
Oh yeah. The way I did it was 5 months. It was like totally drug free, and then 7 months, cycled. Just like
much?
that. 5 months totally drug free.
5 months?
Yeah, every year, and 7 months cycle.
Nossa.
But when you stopped when you ended the Olympia, you stopped training or just
I still trained every day. Yeah.
even after the shows.
No, I take off for like 3 months.
3 months?
Yeah.
Off everything?
Off everything.
Oh, wow.
No cardio, no training, no nothing.
Just like a detox
Trying to detox, yeah.
Wow.
And let my body rest. Yeah, do no workout, no cardio, nothing.
Uns 3 meses.
Muito, hein?
Impressionante.
You should recover pretty fast, or you
Oh,
took
yeah.
the time to.
When I started back, I started all over. It was like I was just a new guy coming to the gym.
Wow.
So real light, everything. Like I said, like a new guy coming to the gym until I got back acclimated.
And what was the mindset? Because Ronnie, I mean, I understand the first, the second, but how you go after like 5, 6, 7, 8? What kept you going? What motivated you?
Passion.
Complete passion for bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with titles, breaking records.
No. It was mostly passion. Yeah. Yeah, it was, I loved doing what I was doing. I had a lot of fun and enjoying it, which is the reason why I still train 6 days a week now,
Wow.
and eat pretty much the same thing too. So yeah, it was all about mostly passion. Like I said, once you got passion, you never work a day in your life. You just look forward to doing what you do.
Wow. And Ron, what you thought about Brazil, your time here?
Oh no, Brazil has always been the best country in the world for me.
Really?
Yeah, this is.
It's been a while you don't come, right?
Huh?
It's been a while that you come the last
It's
time.
been
right?
about 5 years.
5 years
since
wow.
I've been last came. Yeah, for a while there, I was coming every single year, and
I remember you
wait.
doing the show, the TV shows.
yeah, to
Pergunta
do
pra ele
TV
como foi a
shows, having
experiência,
fun,
foi uma loucura
doing crazy
aquilo.
stuff.
And how was this time? Because I mean, I believe you were way popular now that you were like 5-10 years ago because of social media.
Exactly.
What
I'm
was it
more
like?
popular now than I was back then.
Wow.
And I'm on the road more also. So it's just a bit crazy.
And even when you're on the road, you're still training, right?
Still trying to
First
train.
thing, take me
Yeah.
to the gym, then we
Yep.
then we go to do what we have to do, right?
Yep. So I've trained every day since I've been
This
here.
is passion, man. Come on. this is passion.
Only day I take off is Sundays. Yeah.
Sundays, yeah.
Yeah.
You stay with your family and kids.
Yeah. Me and wife go to movies and stuff or something. So Sundays we go to church on Sundays and stuff. That's family day.
And what are your plans now, Ron? Because do you feel like being a bodybuilding coach? Do you want to
No,
work with something like this?
No, not me.
Not for you?
Not for me.
Nenhum aguentaria.
I'm gonna do the workout stuff.
Nobody would be able to do what you would say to do.
No, they wouldn't.
You would say to do like you did, right?
Exactly. They wouldn't have that kind of passion, so not for me.
Só tem preguiçoso hoje.
Nowadays, bodybuilders are way more lazy. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Way more lazy. And you plan coming back anytime soon?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Now your brand is
as
here.
soon as possible.
Your brand is here. And one thing I would like to ask you, he's gonna get something that we're gonna show you. But what you thought about the gym here in Brazil? Because
It was real nice.
in Ironbag,
Real nice. Yeah.
it's like a world level gym.
Yeah.
right?
I loved
Brazil
it.
is keeping up.
It's just like training at the gym back home. It's something even better than Metroflex. They got everything and more, and they got AC too.
a lot of AC.
Yeah.
And Ron, what you thought about Brazilian bodybuilders? Do you know, like, you keep up with like Ramon, Rafael? Do you
I don't
watch
keep
something?
up. No, I don't keep up
Nothing?
with
You don't
nothing.
watch nothing?
No, I got too many kids now.
Yeah.
I take the kids to school every day
You
and pick
spend-
them up and everything.
You spend too much on the sport, man. I
Exactly.
understand. You just want to chill right now.
Yeah.
And
I did my bodybuilding thing. Now it's
just
time for
live.
me to live normal life.
Ron, just would like to ask you the last thing. We printed a giant poster of yourself.
Yeah, that's
Could
the
you-
documentary.
Yeah, from the documentary. Could you sign it?
Oh, yeah.
Parece que deixa eu mostrar pra galera aqui.
No problem.
Olha o tamanho, galera.
Oh, that's pretty nice there.
Dá pra ver aí, galera?
That's the nicest one I've seen.
Yeah. Eu sei que o pessoal já vai perguntar. Foi o pessoal da Enquadrados Quadros que fez pra mim isso aqui. Então, quem quiser, me chama lá no Insta lá que eu mando. Esse aqui vai ficar aqui assinado. This is the... preto?
Yeah.
Preto, será? Preto, né?
Preto no fundo azul.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. Nice. Tira pra mim, por favor. Ron,
There you go.
just really would like to thank you again for
Oh,
being
like
here.
I said, thanks for having me.
It was
I
more
enjoyed
than
it.
Memorable moment for us.
Maior honra, né?
Yeah,
da
the
nossa
biggest
história.
honor we ever had. Thank you so much. It's crazy to think that the man from the poster that used to be hanging behind our wall would be sitting on the other side of the table one day.
Yeah,
So
pleasure's all mine.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for
Agradecer
having me
a galera
on.
aqui, ó, todo mundo aí
Obrigado a todo
Coleman
mundo
Suplementos.
que fez isso
Obrigado
acontecer.
pela oportunidade, um momento histórico pra gente. And just, you know, Ron, just let you know, I'm sure I can say this in part Brazilian people, you're always welcome here.
Oh, yeah.
I know that you already
I
felt
always
this.
look forward to coming back.
Yeah, you already felt this. Thank you so much for everything you did for the sport. Thanks for being here in Brazil. Thanks for being on the podcast.
Yep. Like I said, the pleasure's all mine because I always look forward to coming here. This is my favorite place for bodybuilding.
Thank you
My
so much.
favorite place to visit.
Alex, manda pra mim os números. Ron, can I just ask you a favor? Quantos sorteios são?
76.
Não, mas quantos sorteios total são? Quantos números eu peço pra escolher? Ron. É?
Fazer mais perguntinha?
Tem pergunta pra responder? Alguém mandou? É? Deixa eu ver se... Pessoal, só ver aqui o negócio do sorteio rapidinho. Quer fazer? Perguntar alguma coisa?
Aproveitou.
Eu tô travado, velho.
Pessoal, lembrando que quem mandou nas duas tá participando, né, Alex? Quem mandou nas duas lives tá...
7 sorteios.
Tá participando, tá?
7 sorteios.
7. Manda as perguntas pra mim também, por favor. Pessoal, a gente vai fazer o sorteio daqui a pouco, tá encerrado, tá, o superchat. Só avisando o pessoal aí. Beleza? Manda pra mim. Quer perguntar?
Vamos fazer um superchat, falar deles.
Ron, we're just gonna read like 2-3 questions from the people that sent here.
Oh, okay.
So, just a minute. So we're gonna check right here. A lot of people, a lot of questions, but obviously, if we would read all of them, it would be like 2 days here answering everybody. So I'm just gonna take 1 or 2 here, just so people had a chance to ask you a question. Did you train already today, or are you still gonna train?
Today's Sunday, so
That's true. Yeah,
today's
that's
my day
right.
off.
Yeah, so we got you on a good day.
Yep. Free day.
Free day. Yeah. And when you're leaving?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow already?
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Full week here.
I've
right?
been here all week. Yeah.
Wow. Levaram ele na churrascaria? Levaram? You went to eat some steak? We know you like
Oh,
steak,
yeah.
right?
Oh yeah, my favorite food.
What will you most like eating here?
I'm still eating a lot of chicken.
Chicken?
Yeah.
A chicken? Churrascão? Ah, o caso não foi na churrascaria?
Também, mas o que ele mais gostou foi caseirão.
Simple food, right?
Yeah. But steak is still my favorite. I just like to eat it, the last meal of the day.
Always last meal of the day.
Always. Even when I competed, it was almost last because the last was just protein shake. So actually it was the last meal, of the day. Steak was.
Steak.
Vou contar essa história depois, mas a gente levou ele na churrascaria prêmio, ele pediu arroz e filézinho, 2, 3 filézinhos de frango, só.
Ele tá falando que levaram ele numa puta churrascaria, pediu um arroz e um suflezinho. You're dieting to this day? You're still like rice, chicken?
Yeah. So I don't really call it dieting because...
Come on, you can eat whatever you want right now, right?
Yeah. It's just what I want to eat, though. I guess I got used to it now. That's all I want.
No. You could eat anything you would want right now.
Yeah, but like I said, I got used to it, so that's what I want to eat.
You after show you went crazy like eating, or you control yourself a lot?
I went crazy for one day.
One day, one show. One day after the show, or once?
One day. No, the night of the show.
The night of the show.
I would always go to Pizza Hut and McDonald's.
Let me choose two quick questions here. Como eu falei que não ia ler pergunta, muita gente nem mandou pergunta.
Mas vamos ler uma. Tem uma ou outra que mandaram.
many people just saying like, thank you so much for being here. Just a lot of people just. Oh, a question we did not make. Sarah asked, what was the hardest part on prep for you? The toughest thing on prep you?
Toughest thing, carbs. That was the toughest thing.
Cutting carbs, right?
Yeah. Because I was so exhausted in the gym, I didn't have enough energy to rack my own weights and load my own weights on the bar. I had to hire somebody to do that.
Leandro asked about your training system, like where you use like short range of motion to pump your muscle more.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Like that?
Yeah, I'm trying to keep all the tension on the muscle and none on the joints.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I use those.
And the last one from Lorenzo, he asked, what was the best and worst moment in your career?
The best was winning my first Olympia, for sure. I mean, because like I said, I didn't even think I was going to make the top 5 that year, especially since the night before. I completely smoothed out. And the worst was that year that I was going to the hospital.
Não foi quando
I
ele
thought I
perdeu
was
pro
dying.
Lee Priest?
Wasn't when you lost for Willie Priest?
Well, you can't
He got
compare
mad.
you can't compare dying to the Lee Priest though. I was just mad enough to quit. But at least I thought I was anyway until I remembered I had a free membership to the gym, so that went that idea. But when you think you're gonna die, you're in a totally different league, all of its own.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it feels like to die, but I'm quite sure that was pretty close to it. But that's the worst I've ever felt my whole life. Nothing was even close to it.
Yeah, I
Not
believe
even
it.
close.
I believe it. Now, just to wrap up, we're gonna give a supplement and a couple of gifts for people that were here in the chat. So can you get me 7 numbers from 1 to 76, please, just so we can give the gifts away.
Oh, okay.
Oh, primeiro do Coleman. Just give me a number from 1 to 76.
See, let's go 5.
Ó, ganhar o kit do Coleman, o Arilson Araújo da Silva, another one. Kit da Growth agora.
13.
13, Cristiano Rocha, kit da Growth. 13, Cristiano Rocha.
Primeiro foi o 5, né?
5 e 13. Next one, please.
64.
Garimpo, 64. Renan Segantini. Renan Segantini. Another one.
One.
Essa é Garimpo.
1.
5, 13, 64. Ronnie, Growth e Garimpo.
13, 64, não. É Insider primeiro. Growth Insider.
Another one, please. Então, peraí. Agora Insider.
2.
Pra ganhar o da Insider, Alex Paulo, another one. O 350, Gordex.
6.
350 na personal Augusto Monteiro Martins, another one.
You said 1 is
1 to 76. Segura. Oi? Ajuda ele aí, ó, com os números, por favor. Não, eu tô dizendo, agora é o Sindura. Agora é o Sindura. You can...
let's go with 8.
Número 8, Bruno Divino, pra ganhar o Sindura. And the last one, please.
Last one,
Pra ganhar o Twin. Ganhar o Twin.
let's go with
Porra, Gordex.
3.
Do Twin, Anderson Gonçalves. Eu vejo depois no live. Anderson Gonçalves. Fechou? Pessoal, ó, todo mundo que ganhou me chama lá no inbox. Vou orientar vocês o que precisa enviar, o que precisa mandar. E aí já encerra aqui. Só me chamar lá no inbox, lá eu respondo todo mundo. Fechou? Todo mundo que eu falei o nome aqui pode chamar no inbox. Ron, thank you so much, man. More than an honor. Thank you.
Thanks
Start
for
day
having
for
me
us.
on.
Thank you very much. Pessoal, obrigado quem
It's
ficou até
all
agora.
good.
Obrigado, hein?
Agradecer o teacher Bruno, o pessoal lá que tá traduzindo também. Agradecer todo mundo que ficou até agora também.
A gente teve que fazer corrido pela agenda, né?
É.
Mas deu pra,
Deu
extrair
pra trocar
bastante
uma ideia.
coisa. Nossa,
deu pra trocar uma ideia.
meu Deus.
Thank you so much, Ron.
Muito bom.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Valeu, pessoal. Obrigado.